Okay, today we're going to work on a little card, and we're going to do it a bit differently because today I can't speed it up because I'm actually going to talk so I can show you a little bit of it. So I hope you're not sitting at your office thinking that you can turn the volume down and speed through this one, because that's the reason I like to do them fast, is because I know back when I used to like to watch them at the office, I didn't want to hear the talking, so I could just watch the card being made and not have to listen to it. But for today, you're going to have to turn it up and listen to me talk. So today I'm going to show you something that's going to be coming out in May, and it's actually going to be part of my Artistry Inspired class. So watch for it next week or the very end of April. If I can get it out next week, I will, but I have a demonstrator get together, and I like to do lots of projects with my girls. So if I can get 2 things done at once, I will. Otherwise, it'll be right before May, because there will be lots of fun stuff, and I will have all the projects ready, and it'll ship to you, and then you can come back online and watch the projects. So for that, the paper will be one of the stars. You won't have to order the giant kit that comes with the paper, because I will provide the paper. And as you can see, beautiful. And it's not even really paper. Not quite cardstock, but it's not paper. So a lot of it's pearlized, because pearls are for the 30th anniversary, and of course Stampin' Up's celebrating their 30th anniversary. It's really pretty, and for those of us that have been stuck in the never-ending winter where it continues to snow, even though it's April, the florals are fun to work with. So the thing that's nice about this pack, I have one of them in twice, is there are 6 designs and you get 4 of each. So there's plenty of paper and you don't have to worry about running out. You can tell this is the one we're going to use. Here's one of the, usually I don't show you any projects for the Artistry Inspired because they're all surprises, kind of like a paper pumpkin. But this is on my YouTube channel now, so you can go take a look at it, and it will be a bonus project since you've all seen it. But I wanted you, since it's all new stuff, to kind of see what you would be getting. And because the paper's so pretty, I didn't want to cover up a side, so I made it. And because it's thick enough, it can stand to be a card front. We take advantage of that. So that's one of the cards made with one of the new sets. Also with this, the bundle that will be part of it, you get a free embellishment kit. So it's a little box so you can keep your projects that you make, and it comes with some fun stuff in that. But I'm not going to show you that because that's not part of today's card. Today's card is actually going to use one of the Hostess sets that will be in the new catalog, and I just may do some kind of a contest with this, or a giveaway or something when the new catalog starts in June, because it is so cute. I went back and forth on which stamps to use because it matches these little flowers that are in it, the little stripy skirt. You can see she's just got some legs. There's no face, so you don't have to worry about creepy eyes or coloring her cheeks or making her turn out creepy, because sometimes I know people don't like to color the faces because you can get some creepy colors. So she just is hiding. You just never have to see her face. But she's got some different skirt options, and then she can carry whatever. She can carry the balloons. She can carry, these are actually some little school books, and my daughter's a teacher. But I think if you take the apple off the top, you could almost color them to be maybe some gifts or luggage. The apple just makes it be the school books, but I think you can color it to get it to be some other things. And then the cake could be a wedding cake, and the flowers match the flowers in this, or it can be a birthday cake. Or she can carry the sign, and a lot of the greetings fit on the sign. So, I didn't know what to do. So we're going to put one on the outside and one on the inside, just so we can do 2. So let's get started with the card. The first thing I did, went ahead and went with the balloon design. So I took one of the pieces of paper here, move the rest of the stuff out of the way. So the pearlized side, it does take a second to dry. And she does have the strings and a tiny bit of her dress on this, so you don't need to get that bit. So I'll just stamp her right off the edge because you just need the balloons. So get a nice good image of that. Of course, there's no big shot because this is a Hostess set. So we'll just trim these out. There's several patterns in this thing that are small enough to fit on the balloons, but it just so happens on the other side of this paper is another design that's small enough to fit on these. And then the thing that happens when you use both sides of this, it's kind of like sugar cookies, you know, where you fit it in where you can, make the use of your paper, is when you stamp it twice, you're going to actually end up with enough for 2 cards. So you can make 2 at once because you can have it to mix your balloons. You don't want to have all of them be the same. So use half of them on one, half on the other. Or if you're doing stamping with a friend, one of you can cut out half and one cut the other, and then just swap out your balloons with each other. So I've got those. So you can set those aside because it does take not forever. We do have StazOn ink pads coming back, or if you still have a StazOn, it would dry faster because it's a flash drying ink. But on your photopolymer ink, on photopolymer stamps, if you use StazOn, you do want to make sure that you get that off fairly quickly because it's not good for the photopolymer. It's not bad as long as you wash it off, but you don't want it to sit. And those of you that stamp with me know I have a tendency to leave my ink on for a very, very long time. So I just don't use it with mine. So here's one of the patterns that I'm going to use on mine. And the back side is this. And you know, when you cut the 12 by 12 paper down, you end up with little scraps. And this little piece just happens to match the little thing that, the little skirt pattern stamp that's in there. So that was kind of the inspiration for the whole entire card when I was making the card for my demonstrator meeting and I wanted to use the Hostess set. And when I saw her little skirt when I was looking at the stamp set, I thought, oh, she needs to go with the paper because we can pre-buy, but we can't pre-buy a whole lot of stuff. So it wasn't like I had a ton of paper to work with. So I'll get that ready. Then to stamp her, I'm going to take, first I've got, you get her skirt and her legs. So there we got her legs. And then I have another little piece of wherever I moved my paper to. There we go. So I'm going to stamp her skirt again. And here you can see it's just a very similar pattern to that. Then I'm going to take this other piece that I've cut to go on the inside of my card. Stamp her legs again. Sometimes you may notice in my videos, because it's humid here in Indiana, my fingers are freezing today. It's been freezing forever. On the inside of our card, but sometimes because it's muggy, it can take our ink a little bit to dry. Sometimes I have something pre-stamped over on the side that's been drying a little bit longer. No, it doesn't take forever. It also is kind of hard to stamp not looking over the top, so I go for the best. That's pretty good. So I filled that in, and those flowers, again, match a lot of the flowers in this cute little stamp set. So I got that. But sometimes I just have it sitting off to the side, so I'm sure that it's dried. So on this one then, I'm also going to take the little chalkboard. I'm going to do some of this first so it can dry for a second while again, I would like to stick my head right over the top. because that's how I tend to stamp for reels. But there we go. Now she's holding her little image. And then she's got, I'm going to stick the words that just say love celebrating you right there in the middle. So there she, no face, because she's just hiding behind it. Don't have to stamp those balloons because she, there. And then we're going to stamp the balloons here. The inside of the card will be a little different. She'll be on there twice. And you know, in theory, she just changed clothes when you open the card. This stamp set, one nice thing that I like about it is they put a big hole in that middle balloon. So if you have stampers who like to smash down hard on it, if they smash hard on that one, it's not going to get ink on it. And this one, it won't matter because we're going to cover up the balloons. But she has a little shirt. Match that up. She's going to get cut out of this, so it doesn't matter if she's straight on the paper. It does help if you use the little pads underneath your stamps. I don't like it when I'm doing my videos just because I like the white table. In fact, I don't even like to put the paper underneath because I think it looks prettier just on my table, but because I'm going to color with the blends, I don't want to stain my table. I'm just going to cut this little thing out. All of this is just giving, sometimes I don't do it in the order I would if I was stamping, but because I want my paper to have a little bit more time to dry, I'll do it this way. So just do a little bit of paper piecing. Stick her skirt back on her. There you go. I'm going to take my dark raspberry blend. I hardly ever, if you watch my videos, you will see I hardly ever use the brush tip. I think you get better control with the little tip. There we go. And just give her a tiny little bit. And you know they can bleed out, so I'm not going to quite go to the edge. Allow those to bleed out on their own. Get her shoes, a little bit of her lace. She doesn't take very long. In fact, you could do this with markers because there's so little of her being colored in. Go over to her skirt and do the same thing with the, get her belt on her skirt. Tiny bit in her shoe tips. You do this with the brush tip, you're more likely to have it bleed because you're going to add a little bit more ink than what you really need. You just need a tiny bit. This is my light olive. There we go. And then of course the blends come with 2 different skin tones, which is nice because if you've seen my family on any of my web pictures, you know my family comes in a variety of skin tones. So with the 2 different skin tones, I can get all of the rainbow that my family comes in. Her legs. This was when I had a smearing problem the first time. Her fingers on my original card are a little dark because I colored them right away. because the inside of the card was kind of an afterthought, because I thought, oh, I just wish that I could use some more of the adorable little stamps. Your arms. Just brings her right to life. And you color that little top part. Find a light touch with the skin tone. Don't need much. Then we'll go with the light raspberry. See, if I had allowed time for this to dry, I would have colored first, because it's kind of hard to get that in there with her skirt on, but it's okay. And this time I especially don't get too close to your edge because it'll bleed out, so don't go right up to it. This is the part of my videos that I like to speed up, because I know nobody likes to sit and watch me color. And if I know, just from some of my customers that are local, they always tease me that I really like to color, because I do. You watched my animal outing kangaroo card. I'm going to do a similar thing with her little poster board up here. But to get the depth of color with the blends, it takes a few layers of color. But this is a little bit tinier than that, so it won't take quite as long. There we go. And we've just got some crumb cake, some light and some dark. Go in with the light. Goes on about half. You use your blend sideways when you're coloring a lot, or you can use your brush tip. I know lots of you do use your brush tips. The tiny tip is just a little bit more sturdy, and I just feel like it's going to make your tips last a little bit longer. Leave some white there in the center. Gonna go in with my dark. This is the one on the kangaroo card. It has several different colors. I was trying to go for a jungle camo look. Stick the lid back on there. And then, you know, when you blend, they blend. So second time around. And again, I'm trying not to go close to the edge because I haven't had time for this to really dry. And I want it to just bleed out to the edge. But you don't want those lines in there, so just kind of swirl that around, let it bleed right up to the edge and not over. And once you assemble your card, you can go back and kind of take a little look in. And if it hasn't bled up to the edge, then you can add the... So here's the inside of our card. Isn't she cute? And if you're going to make the effort to make a card, I always, in my class, I would say 85% of our cards, we make the inside pretty. Because if you're going to go to the effort, go to the effort. There you go. Then another part of this suite is this really pretty ribbon. It's velvet. Take a little swatch of my fast fuse and put it across. The secret to this then is I want it to have some depth, but I don't want the depth to go across the middle, because the first time I made it all squidgy all the way across. But here I'm going to go flat, because when I put her on, it was hard to get her to stick over the middle. So there we go. Trim that. This is so velvety and pretty. Then you're going to take your balloons and cut them all out. And through the magic of video, you know, I told you that when you stamp them twice, you get it for 2 cards. So I had already, when I made the sample the first time, I have them. So then what I did was I took my snail, and you don't want your balloons to all be the same height, because obviously if you're carrying balloons, they're all not going to be flat. But it's easier to just do it this way. So the farther back they are, I need my dimensionals. You'll notice too that the packaging has all changed if you notice the stamp set. So as you start to get new things, it'll be all black and white as opposed to the colors that it's been recently. So this will be the highest one, and it's the easiest one to tell. So I'm going to add my dimensionals here, and because it will be the highest, I want it to be higher than any of the others. So I'm going to double dimensional. Yeah. So this card's going to have quite a lot of texture and depth to it. It's not going to be one that you would put in a regular envelope. If you're going to mail it, you could put it in a padded envelope, although the dimensionals aren't going to, they're sturdy. And then the lower the stuff back, it's like doing a little puzzle. Gotta figure out where they go. I should have not dumped them onto the table like this. They are the right way up though, that helps. So this one will be a 1 dimension. I want these 2 right here to be 1, and then the rest will all be flat. That way it gives the illusion that she actually has a bouquet of balloons. And then when you cut them out, I started from this one, and so you kind of have a, that one doesn't go there, that one doesn't go there, it goes here. You kind of start here, so you have you leave black lines as you go. It kind of helps with so as you fill them in, the black lines work their way out. Take the top off that one? I did. I don't think that one goes there though. I think it goes here. This one is going to be opposite the balloons of the one that I made before, which is kind of fun. Nope. This is why I didn't use fuse on this part, because if you lay them on the wrong thing, it would be much harder to pull up. Snail is a little bit more forgiving. Okay, here's the other part that I like to speed up on my videos. Nobody likes to watch me color, and nobody likes to watch me cut. So I'm going to go really fast. In fact, I'm going to go so fast that I'm just going to lay her down and kind of show you, because I have the other card there. So you would cut her all the way out, and then you're going to lay her right in here in that little spot where I left the gap. So she's going to be here. You're going to open her up and have there. And see, I'm not going to have my 2 pretty cards to lay down, because I'm going to have one that's not finished. But here she is. Isn't she cute? So she's got all the dimension. She's got a bunch of texture. Those flowers all are so pretty. I don't think you can see the pearl. I have to have a little bit of fake light today because it's kind of sunny. You know, we were in Ireland last month. And in Ireland, when it's like this, you're like, well, it's Ireland. When it's April in Indiana, it's supposed to be sunny. We're supposed to have some leaves on the tree. We got nothing. We got some Irish clouds. So I hope you like it. Check back the end of the month if you're interested in doing the class. The class, you'll just purchase the kit, and then I will send you stuff. You won't get the hostess set because she's not available till June. But like I said, I will have a giveaway. I may even give away this card here to the people, do a drawing for everybody that does the class, and one lucky person will get the card. So one person, but then I will do a giveaway with the hostess set sometime in June. So there you go. Hope you like her. She's so cute. And I can't wait to see some of the other parts in her. So enjoy.